everybody, I hope this video finds you guys well. I'm trying to think, belated Happy Thanksgiving, belated Merry Christmas, belated Happy New Year, and anything else that might have fallen in between the last time I posted a video. I wanted to come in real quick and do a update. I don't know how quick it'll be, but to do an update on what's been going on. I mentioned, I think in a previous video, that we were getting ready to start a deployment with my husband. We're still dealing with that, muddling through. It's tough, you know. I told my husband, I said, I can be mom and dad, single parent. It's not something that I want to do, but I can do it. And so we're muddling through that. We're having our highs and lows because all three girls, and I say three girls, our daughters and our dog, Zoe, who's a girl, are all daddy's girls. So we're having our highs and lows as far as missing him is concerned. But it's okay because the girls are in school, so that kind of makes things a little bit easier. Excuse me, my nose is itching. Makes things a little bit easier because they have a few hours during the weekdays where they're distracted. We do stuff try to do stuff on the weekends. We went to tour the West Wing of the White House just before Christmas. So we're trying to do things together to kind of hopefully help us pass the time better. Not sure when he's going to be back. We're hoping soon. Not soon, but before the year is out soon, that he'll be back. So we're doing okay. I've been doing some thrifting, not a whole lot. I've kind of started to change my focus a little bit and do some other things. I've gotten some books, and I want to read about some of the designers that I'm interested in and get information. Dior, Balenciaga, which he's actually my favorite designer. If you Google him and look at some of the vintage photos of the clothes that he made before he died, amazing, amazing craftsman designer. You will not see any of his designs anywhere else. Just amazing. But Balenciaga, Dior, Valentino, that type of stuff. Getting more information on Western wear, where that came from, so forth and so on. So I've been doing lots of reading. Also getting ready to hopefully at some point start sewing. So I've gotten things, books on mending. I brought home my mother's old sewing machine over the summer that's been in a case, so it's actually down in our basement getting ready to do that. Got needles and threads, been mending some things. I actually mended one of the items, had some loose hooks and eyes of one of the items that I'm going to show you. So doing that type of thing, but still doing thrifting. And focusing more on the vintage aspect, which is my first love. So not so much just finding good deals of contemporary clothing, but I'm focusing more on the vintage aspect. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you is something that I discovered in the last few weeks. It's not only good when you're wearing vintage clothing, but it's also good just for some issues that I have. I have mentioned that I have had a couple of surgeries in the last few years on my breast area and had some breast tissue taken out. So I am asymmetric on one side. I would normally be like a 34, 36 D cup. I'm probably that on one side and probably a cup smaller on the other. So I've had some issues over the last few years with bras. And going to the doctor and asking them, and some issues with scar tissue because of what happened. And I'm tugging on my bra as I'm talking to you. But having some issues. Finding bras that are really comfortable. I used to be able to wear underwire bras. I can't wear them anymore because of the asymmetry. Sports bras are okay for athletics, but they're not that type of bra that you want to wear every day because they flatten you out. That's what they're meant to do, is flatten you out so you can run and do all the things at the gym or whatever you may be doing. So they're not a type of thing that I want to wear on a regular basis either. And nobody seemed to be real helpful. So as is always the case, I'm one of those people that if somebody can't help me, I'm going to go on the internet and Google and see if I can find some things. A lot of you guys know that I like to look on Etsy and eBay at vintage clothes and see what people have. Well, I was deciding, I was reading somewhere or something about foundation garments, vintage foundation garments, and a light bulb kind of went on my head and said, let me do some research about this. So here is what I have discovered that has made an amazing difference. I'm not wearing one right now. I'm wearing an old kind of, anyway, bra that is okay for what I need to do for today. But I have discovered, whoops, wrong one. I have discovered this long line bra. This is a vintage one. Let's see, who is this by? This is a Bally. This is a vintage Bally long line bra. And wireless, because as I said, I can't do wire. I put this puppy on, and you guys know how when you have a garment, whether it's a piece of clothing or whatever, that you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, yeah, I look good. I put this on, and I was like, everything changed. You know, after 2 kids, I'm fighting gravity here a little bit. But I put this on, the girls, I'll be honest, the girls were back in place. And I was so excited. Shoulders were back, chest was up. I looked longer and leaner. I'm also broad-shouldered, so that makes an issue too. And most of my cleavage is on the outside, kind of under my armpits, and not in here. It's out here. So that makes finding underwire bras that are, I guess, wide enough, for lack of a better word, to cover all this and bring it in, ain't happening. Long line bras. This one is also, it's wireless, as you can see in the cups, but it has boning. There's boning here, and then you've got 2 more on the other side. And then you've also got the way that the front and the cups are constructed, that I was just like, wow, what a difference. Drew the shoulders back, like I said, brought the girls up. I had a waistline, which I've been working out since my husband's been gone, but I hadn't noticed kind of slouchy, and I think that's partly because of the issues that I have with the breast, that it's just in scar tissue. But amazing change in these. And I got this one off of, I think it's one I got off of Etsy, and with shipping and handling, it wound up being like $25, you know, which is about what you would pay, well, which is less than what you would pay for a good bra if you went to a department store. But amazing. And what it does, also, I didn't realize it, I kind of have a long torso or a long rib cage. So where contemporary bras hit me is like right here. And so I've got like about that much of my rib cage out. And so it's uncomfortable. And I sound like I'm rambling. But major difference in how my clothes fit, my posture, and everything with these bras. And I get the comfort without, and the support without the underwire. So I also discovered these. Look great under vintage clothing, which has been one of my issues too, wearing contemporary bras. The clothes didn't fit right. They would be, you know, tight in different places. But with the changing of my posture and bringing everything up, and the slimming effect that this also has, my vintage clothing fits a lot better. And I've got like, I think 3 or 4 that I've purchased for like $25 a piece, which is not bad. I've got this one, black one. I can't find it. I also got a onesie, which has the built-in bra, and then it's all one piece. I got one of those for like $25. And then the hardest thing to find that doesn't have underwire in it, that you sometimes need for a vintage outfit, is a strapless bra. And this one is great. As you can see, it's got boning instead of the 4 like the strap bra with the straps has. It's got 6. So it's got it here, 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 here. Actually 8, sorry. I can't count, but it's got 8. And then you go, well, how are you going to be held up? got elastic to help pull up rather than underwire, and it's a lot more comfortable. It's a long line bra as well. Fits here and then wraps around like that. And I've known this for a while. When I was a kid, I used to wear these because I was sway backed. So my mother was trying to figure out a way to straighten out my posture. I was standing basically like this. That's what my mom called, what older folks called sway back. So she actually stuck me in a girdle. Now I've tried Spanx, I've tried Flexies, I've tried all of those, and they've done nothing for me. They're more for people to lift your rump up, and I don't need that. As you can see, I don't need my rump lifted up. Working out, I can do that. What I need is more of a smoothing across the thigh areas, because I'm a broad-shouldered broad. I'm basically an hourglass girl. So I'm broad here, fairly tiny here, and then I branch out again in the waist. So Spanx and Flexies weren't doing it for me. So I also purchased a high-waisted girdle. And this is an old Sears one. And you'll notice the difference is that you've got the extra panels here across the front, which will pull in the tummy, which in turn shifts the posture. So if your tummy's sticking out, the girdle's going to do that, so that you stand up straighter. So you're not standing like this, which is bad for the back too. If you're standing like this, you'll find you have lower back issues because your posture's off. So it pulls in here, and then it slims down here. So you add that in conjunction. It comes up to about right here, and then the bra comes and covers that. So you've basically got a onesie, and you got a waist. So I'm really excited. That's something I knew about, and as I'm getting older, I'm discovering, going back to some of the old things that my mom did for me when I was younger, to help my posture, to do those things. I honestly think wearing that girdle when I was younger actually helped me when I got pregnant, and that my lower ab, women who've had babies, your lower part of your abs, you get that pooch. I think wearing that girdle, and I wore a girdle every day under my pants, just because of my shape, and I grew up in the 70s and 80s, so you had all that clingy stuff that was made for people that were extremely slim. So I had hips, so you weren't finding that stuff, and I'm rambling, but anyway, I think that helped. As you can see, I've still got a little, but I don't have as poochy as I was, and I honestly think that's because of being able to wear a girdle when I was younger, and having that posture. I've noticed since I've had my surgery that I've begun this bit again and slouching, and I've noticed lower back issues, so I'm trying to correct that. So that was kind of my thought process too when I started thinking about things, to correct my posture, pull my shoulders back, make my clothes look better, make me feel better, give me comfort when I needed bras, and I went back to the old stuff. Not that Spanx and Flexies and modern bras aren't great, but they just don't work for me. So if you're out there and you've been hunting and searching for bras, and we've all heard, well, like 95% of women are wearing the wrong bra size. It may not necessarily be that you're wearing the wrong bra size. It may be that you're wearing the wrong bra. Not all bras are made for everybody. I mean, there's trusty Playtex. People think, oh, that's a frumpy bra. But hey, if it works for you, it works. You got to do what you got to do to look your best. It ain't all about being sexy without your clothes on. It's about being comfortable and looking good with your clothes on too. So anyway, that is pretty much it. My ramble tip update kind of thing. And I will be back hopefully again to be able to share some stuff with you. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I'll do a video showing the difference in my vintage clothing with and without wearing the foundation garments that I I told you. And that's the cool thing about this. And that's exactly, they're our foundation. You know, you always, you know, people talk about foundation. You know, good oral health, brushing is the foundation, and flossing is good foundation for oral health. And then we get this euphemism about shapewear, change your shape. You know, you gotta deal with what you got. I mean, you know, I would like to be a Tyra Banks and be able to maybe wear a two-piece swimsuit someday, but hey, it's not gonna happen. But you know, it may happen. But I can do what I need to do to not only look my best, but feel my best. And when I feel my best, I'm more confident. You guys get the idea. So it's not all about, I'm at that point in my life where I guess I'm past the trends. You know, I hear people on YouTube, they're getting the trends and they're getting the clothes, but I've discovered, and I think it's because I have an older mom. My mom is in her 80s now, so I grew up around that mindset where my mother wore a lot of the same clothes, and I'm going on to another subject, but anyway, my mother wore a lot of the same clothes year in and year out because she found clothes that looked good on her, that were classic clothes, that were sturdy clothes, and she mixed and matched them. And as I've gotten older, I realized that that hopefully will be a lesson that I will translate onto my kids, is not to be trendy. I mean, trendy's okay, but trends change. I mean, you know, if it didn't, you wouldn't have the fall fashion line, and you wouldn't have the spring fashion line. But good quality classic clothes, or clothes, finding your own style, your own sense of style, and finding what looks good on you and being comfortable and looking good in what you wear never goes out of style. You know, I'm going to get to the point where I can't wear mini skirts and 3-inch heels anymore. I'm in my late 40s going on 50, and, you know, there's going to get a point where that's not going to be cute. It's just not. So I need to find a place where as I get older, I still look good. I still look age appropriate. I still look youthful. You know, I don't have to be the little old lady with the, you know, the knee highs rolled up and the sensible shoes in the bag and looking all frumpy as I age, but I can be comfortable in my body, be comfortable with the clothes that I'm wearing, and know I look good, and therefore translate that. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'll hopefully be back soon. Won't make any promises. But if you guys have any questions, any comments, any ideas of anything that you would like to see from me, please let me know. I've missed posting videos. Like I said, hopefully we'll get through this deployment whenever it may end, and I'll get back to be able to doing this. But right now, videos aren't my priority. It's getting my kids through this transition time and then transitioning us back when my husband gets home safely. So, I will see you guys soon. Hopefully you will have a blessed 2013, and I will see you before then, before the year is out. Fingers crossed. Have a good day. That's it. See you soon. Bye.